The moment we got there, she hit a curb. I don't even know what it is today. She's like, is it me or is everybody staring at us? And I'm like, I'm all here for a good little flirt, a kiki. Dating apps? Girl, where would I be without God? Where would I be? I don't know, that's a stalker if he finds you in your house. Lock the heck in. Lock in. Okay, disregard the mess in the back and disregard that I took like 2 months. Wait, has it been 2 months? The last time I posted a video on YouTube was 99 days and 21 hours ago. I haven't posted nothing on here in 100 days. My bad. Truly. I moved to LA in July and it's now November. I've been here approximately 4 months. We have a lot to talk about, a lot to discuss. One of those things being, girl, where you been? I have been so in my head about every single thing that I post. Like my perfectionism is on 10,000 since being out here. To the point where I started to feel like, well, if I'm not posting something extravagant, if I'm not going on a brand trip, if I'm not something real entertaining, then nobody's gonna want to watch. In reality, people just want to see what you do with your everyday life. And regardless, this is just me documenting my everyday life. If it hit, it hit. If it don't, it don't. But I got obsessed with just like the perfection of it all. Like I even have a vlog that I recorded like a month or two ago. Never saw the light of day. It's not even in the queue in my computer. So this week is all about just do it. Just do it. Just doing it. We're gonna go chat a little more about my 4 months in LA so far, but in the beauty room because I have a video to film, a partnership to film. So you might as well yap while we do that. Let's do it. Hi, I'm so glad to be back. How you feeling? We back. Okay, hi beauty room. Long time no see. Do you remember this part of my house? Girl, update on this. I don't think I like white mocha chocolate. White chocolate mocha. Chocolate do not belong in coffee. I don't like the chocolate taste. I'm a caramel girl. Ugh. Let's catch up. I just turned 24. 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago, around that mark. For my 24th, I spent a week in Curacao, the Netherlands, if you ask my mom. Well, it is technically the Netherlands. Such a beautiful island. It's such a beautiful place in general. Like, it's such a hidden gem. Trust me, I will be back. That's a place where I could see myself having a home there, just to travel when me and the husband, me and the kids need some place to go. Like, oh, let's go to our Curacao house. I mean, the bluest water I've ever seen in my life. Now, I can't swim, and I really need to learn how to swim. But girl, when I tell you I was still flapping my legs in that water, because some water I don't go in because it be green and water's supposed to be blue. I went with my mom and my best friend. It was just a beautiful relaxation time. We got an Airbnb, which I highly recommend because, I don't know, the resort was just not looking that great compared to the beautiful house that we had. We also rented a car and my mom drove around the whole time. It's literally the easiest roads. They're just like America. People can more or less drive down there, except for my mama. The moment we got there, she hit a curb. She hit a curb so bad that the people whose house the curb was in front of, they came out their house to see what was that? That's how bad she hit that curb. But trust, after that first hour in the car after she hit that curb, she never hit nothing else again. We went from Saturday to Saturday. How my thing was set up, Thursday I flew into Atlanta. Friday I got my hair done. And then Saturday we left. Saturday to the following Saturday, right? So we touched back down in Atlanta. We get back and I'm like, it really does not make no sense for me to go to sleep for 4 or 5 hours just to get back up and come to the airport. I should just take a red eye tonight. And Delta makes it very easy for you to just change your flight. But sometimes they don't be working, but luckily we was at the airport. Online, it told me it was gonna charge me $120 to change my flight. But for some reason, it was not working. Like, it would not let me pay. But I'm like, we're already here. Let's go talk to the receptionist at the desk. I said, hey, I'm trying to change my flight from tomorrow to today. First words out her mouth, you can't do that. Mind you, I don't work for Delta and I know for a fact you can do that. I've changed a flight up to an hour before, you know, like, I'm like, yes you can. I'm like, my card's not working, let me try my mama card. So we just standing up there. She didn't even look at nothing and tell us, oh, it's gonna charge you $600, $800 to change your flight. So at that point, it just gave like, okay girl. Then while I'm sitting there taking forever trying to get my mom's card to work because I was getting on that flight. She's like, hold on, let me call so-and-so. I don't know who she called, but quickly they changed my flight for the free ski. I'd have to pay a dime. And then I'm walking through security. I get a notification on my phone that says, your seat has been changed to something D. D is like a middle seat or aisle seat. No, not around here. So I immediately was like, what? Why would I just change my seat willy-nilly? For who? Then I looked closely. It said 4D. Oh, when you put it like that, y'all already know the first 5 or 6 seats, that's first class. I said, praise be to God. Praise him! Because it went from $120 to $600, $800 to free with a first class ticket. Okay, thank you, Lord. So anyhow, we're back into LA, technically Sunday morning LA time. Then I got up and was running around the world looking for outfits because the following day, Monday to Thursday, was the Sephora Squad brand trip thingy. Luckily, it was happening in LA. I didn't have to go far. I didn't have to pack another bag to fly on another plane. And then they sprout up that we have a gala. Mind you, I was in Curacao when everything was going down. It kind of told the itinerary mad late, mad last minute, because had I known it was a gala, I would have been preparing for this for a very long time. So they kind of dropped the ball a little bit there, but I don't know what was going on behind the scenes to know like what it is, what it was, what it know, what it ain't. I don't know. I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to look for a gala dress. I'm up in freaking Macy's, you know, all the department stores, Bloomingdale's, but the dress just gave, the dresses they had gave, how do you say, mature, too mature. Like it gave granny. Those granny dresses up in here. I'm just like, where am I supposed to find a dress? The day goes by, I find nothing. Mind you, the brand trip starts tomorrow, which is Monday. I don't necessarily need it till Wednesday, but it would be nice. Long story short, I ended up putting something together from House of CB, and it ended up really beautiful. It's beautiful red gown, strapless. I know whatever I got, I wanted it to be strapless. The Sephora brand trip was really fun, really cool. I got to connect with the girls. I'm so sad it was our last time seeing each other. I'm actually sad that we didn't get to see each other more. I'm glad I met everybody I met. I'm glad I connected with who I connected with. Thursday, I go home. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I rocked. Well, I didn't rock yesterday. Friday, Saturday, I just kind of was in the couch, just chilling. Sunday, I got up and did some laundry. Today's Monday. Here we are today. And I decided to pick up that camera, and here we are. That was a lot, but I wanted to catch you up. So it's like, sorry if that was a lot, but hope it was interesting. And that is the reason why my house is a mess, because I had to dump everything from Curacao. I didn't even dump everything from Curacao. I luckily have 18 suitcases. So I just took toiletries out, put more clothes in, yada, yada, yada. Now, this week is Thanksgiving, and my mom and my niece will be here tomorrow, and my house is a train wreck. Now let's get into LA. Let's rewind it back to when I first discovered LA. I'm 24 now, and when I first came to LA, I was 21. At the ending months of 21, like I'd say I had like maybe 4 or 5 months of 21 left. And that's around the time where I was getting my first real taste of freedom. I had a guy that I was dating or whatever the heck that was at the time out here, and my best friend was living out here. So at that time, LA was sunshines and rainbows. And from that point forward, I knew I wanted to live in LA. It just gave like, I don't know if you guys ever seen the Barbie movie. It gave the Barbie movie in real life. Like, I'm still young, but like 21 was peak life. Like, not peak. I still got a lot of ways to go, but I just know that 21 was a great year in my life. Like you low-key still feel like a kid, but you're really an adult, but you still feel like a kid a little bit. So it's like, I don't know, like, beautiful 21. And basically, when I got back home to Atlanta after that trip, I was telling everybody in my family that I was moving to LA. And it kind of went in one ear, out the other for them. They didn't think I was serious. Little did they know. Hey. I turned 22 shortly after. So I spent about a year apartment touring. For the first rounds of apartment tours, I was kind of on my own because my folks was not taking it seriously. They're like, oh, she's not going anywhere. But after a while, they really started to realize that I'm serious and they need to be a part of the process. And if they want to make sure I'm safe and well off, because trust me, I was gonna go with or without my family. But I'm just glad that eventually they got on board. And now, fast forward to now, they love it out here. They can't get enough. My mom is here every month. She didn't want me to move at one point. She's like, are you sure? Are you sure? Now she's gonna be here tomorrow. Stop playing. But I am so grateful to God that like my family loves it out here. I had a trip with my sister, my little sister. She came out here for like a few days for her birthday. She literally just texted me and said, mind you, that was in October. She said, I miss you, sister. I think about our trip every day, from riding at the park, we went to Disney, to eating seafood, watching movies on the couch. That's such a memorable and wholesome sisters event. Like, Love you, sister. Gearing up to move to LA, it didn't feel real until I sat on the plane and realized, oh, this is it. There's no turning back. And now fast forwarding 4 months in, I can definitely say I put an expectation on moving to LA that I shouldn't have, because it kind of took a toll on my mental health a little bit. We all know LA is the city of dreams. LA is where you make it happen. I was ignoring the fact that this was a huge change in my life. This is the biggest change that I've ever had to make, that I've ever done. Moving across the country, leaving everything I've ever known all my life. I've never moved anywhere outside of Atlanta. Only time I moved is to go to another piece of Atlanta for college. Well, I guess Kennesaw, and then another piece of Atlanta after that. I've never been more than an hour away from my family, if even 45 minutes. So moving out here, I did have a little point of just being a little sad. I wouldn't say depressed. Like, I feel like that's a whole nother level, but I will say I expected it to be sunshines and rainbows when I get out here, and I kind of like felt sad that I didn't know anyone. I kind of isolated myself in the house, because in Atlanta, I didn't have much friends. I had my sisters, I had my family, I had my best friends. So it was like making new friends was not in the priority list in my life. So being out here, it's like, it gets a little lonely not knowing many people out here. I know more people now than I did when I first got out here. But when I first got out here, it was like, dang, every day is me, which is cool. But like, I craved a girls' night out so bad. I wanted to go hang out with the girls, get drinks, but I didn't have the girls to go do that with, you know? I didn't have my sisters to come hang out with. I didn't have anything. It was just me. Even though my mom spent 2 weeks with me when we first moved here, after that, I feel like my mental health really took a toll. But it was like, I don't regret it. It was such a needed like thing. I've been learning so much about myself since being out here. In a way, I low-key kind of isolated myself. Like, I could have done more things alone, but I didn't. I stayed in a house. And in a way, I still low-key do this, but I'm coming to a realization. Like, I'm becoming very self-aware of who I am and what I do and don't, and what the good, the bad, and the ugly about myself, which is so needed. Like, I've been becoming very self-aware, because something that I also realized that I do a lot is I always put things in a person, place, or thing, like when I get here, or when I do this, or when I do this, or when I have this, or when I get here. And one of those things was when I moved to LA. I was gonna do this, that, and the third, and I haven't done it yet. And I put an expectation on myself, and now that I haven't necessarily got there yet, I beat myself up about it. Like, the truth is, you really cannot outrun yourself, and your joy and your happiness and your contentment with your life comes from within, comes from God, and it has to start inside, in inner being, not in a person, place, or thing. Learn that quickly. You can run from everything, but you cannot outrun yourself, boo, at all. Another thing is, like, I come from the South. Everybody black down there. It's not taboo to see a black person. Out here, I can't tell if it's because I'm black or if it's because I'm just so pretty. But it's not even in a way that people are like asking me out or anything. They just stare. And that's it. I've gotten used to it, but it definitely was a big thing. Even my mom noticed when she's out here. She's like, is it me or is everybody staring at us? And I'm like, girl, we just a hot commodity out here. What's another update about my 4 months being out here? We already touched on me needing to get out the house more. That's still a thing, but my frontal lobe is developing. So it's like, boom, you need to do this. Boom, you need to do this. I need to get out the house more. Another question I get a lot being out here is, how's the dating scene out here? Girl, I couldn't tell you. Well, you know, the dating scene everywhere seems to be kaput. But even while I was in Atlanta, like, people are asking me if I'm dating. Even when I was in Atlanta, I wouldn't say I was necessarily not dating, but nobody was asking me on dates. And I'm not in the approaching a man business. Sorry, not sorry. My husband is gonna have to come approach me like, I'm all here for a good little flirt, a kiki. Like, I know that you gotta show a little interest, especially these men these days. They don't approach unless you like. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I have not been in the dating scene for a while. Like, I don't even think I was ever in the dating scene. I don't even know what it is to date. Well, yes I do, but like, it's just been a while, girl. Protecting my peace for real. But something about turning 24, like 23 was given hidden. 24? I don't know. It's been a little flirty nowadays, but especially my last little flirt interaction early this week. It was a cute little banter this week, and I was like, yes, I've been needing some of that this week. Like, I've been needing some of that in general, like just a good little kiki flirt, a little here and there, testing the waters. I know it's not going no further. He knows not going no further, but it surely was cute. Dating out here, I don't know. Every day is some new stuff. And one thing I would never do, and when I say never, I mean never, ever. Dating apps? Girl, too many horror stories, and I'm such a romantic girl. Like, I don't want to meet you on an app. I want me to like be in the grocery store and I drop my tomatoes and you pick them up for me and now we're living happily ever after. Like, stop playing with me. Dating apps. Girl, boo. And then there's too many horror stories about it. And honestly, regardless, horror story or not in my ministry. I want to meet a guy the organic way. And then in order to meet a man, you gotta leave the house. I be in this house. I'm talking about in it. I be in this house. Like, I be out the house, but I mostly be out the house for work related stuff like events and to work out. If it ain't an event or working out, I be in this house. Or like some type of maintenance, I'm in this house. And I know I'm not the only one. Like, we really gotta get out the house. Like, a man is not gonna be able to find me in the house unless he just, I don't know, that's a stalker if he finds you in your house. I want a husband, I want a man, I want all that, but until it comes, I need to focus on what I got going on now. I came out here not to play, but to get it done and to be able to retire my family. I also have to give myself grace because I have been doing that. I have been working really hard out here. And you know, with the ups and downs of emotions that I feel about moving out to LA, not for 1 second has it ever gave move back to Atlanta. I even wondered how it would feel being out here for a little while and then traveling back to see family. Not even for a split of a second did it give, oh, you should move back. Did it give, oh, I miss my family? Yeah. Did it give like, oh, I'm so glad I got to see you guys? Did it give refresh? Did it give like, you know, reset? Yeah. But it never gave, oh, I should move back. What? It never gave that. That's how I know I'm supposed to be here. Like, I'm supposed to be here. And I'm glad I'm here. And I'm glad that this is coming with growing pains. I feel like I wouldn't have these realizations about myself. I wouldn't have this growth, this frontal lobe developation. Is that a word? Had I not been out here. And I've only been out here for 4 months. So imagine what life will be like this time next year. I know I want to get into my modeling bag, my acting bag. I have a lot of things that I want to do out here. And I'm so excited for the possibilities. And I'm so excited for where this thing could really go. LA is definitely a place that can make or break you. Like, you really got to be in it. You really got to be on your A game. These people do not play out here. They get into the money, they get into the bag. And it's really been pushing me to become that girl, become my dream self. I feel like if I hadn't moved out here, mind you, it's only been 4 months. And if I hadn't moved out here, growth would be so difficult for me. It's so much growing pains because everything is so different. My entire life has did a 180. Well, not in its entirety, but a lot of things have changed for me since moving out here. I'm excited for who I'll be this time next year. And I'm excited that I get to document that and grow with you guys. Like, y'all don't understand. I didn't even know how bad I needed this chat. Just talking to y'all, really locking in and just, you know, wow. I love YouTube. Why did I ever stop? I love that I get to yap because like on TikTok and Instagram, girl, you got 5 seconds and them folks is out of there. I'm talking about out of there. Here feels like such a safe place because you have to truly be invested in someone to watch their YouTube. And if you made it this far, girl, I love you. Thank you for sticking around for my rants. I used to be a person that's like, oh my God, I'm getting older. What a blessing it is to get older. What a blessing it is to be 81, be considered old. That's a compliment. I'm old. Yes, I've been here so long. A lot of people have not made it to see these years. Like, what a blessing it is to still be breathing and to still have another day to wake up and change your life. What a blessing it is to want to change the scenery and actually being able to make it happen. Having the means. LA is expensive. God is amazing because he's blessed me so much financially, mentally, spiritually, and we only going up from here. I'm also learning gratitude, but not gratitude for the big things, but for the little things. Running water, a place to lay my head at night. I'm so grateful that even the things that I discuss with you guys are my problems. They're such first world problems. I'm so grateful that these are the things that I can complain about or have issues with because life could be so much worse. I am so blessed beyond measures. Where would I be without God? Where would I be? Girl, I couldn't tell you where I would be. And in conclusion, you are exactly where you're supposed to be at exactly the right time you're supposed to be there. I know social media can make us feel like we're not doing enough or we're not where we're supposed to be at this age, but people only show you the good. They don't show you the sleepless nights. They don't show you how awful their week has been. Please don't let that make you feel like you're behind in life. Because even me being a creator, sometimes I can get to comparing myself to other people or feeling like I'm not doing enough or feeling like I should be doing more. You are not behind. When God is ready to open that door for you, he will. Until then, be a good steward of the things that you have now and keep pushing and keep being grateful for the little things because that truly is what makes this life so beautiful. No lip combo because I have to do it for a separate video for an ad, but I'm glad we got to have this heart to heart. We are truly living in answered prayers because this time 3 years ago, I could only dream of the life that I have now. Truly grateful. Anyway, here lies the end of this life update video. Thanks for letting me be real and authentic and just speak from my heart. I love you and I will see you in our next video. Later, boo. Wait, y'all, I feel like I didn't show y'all the finished look with the lip gloss. Okay. Right, exactly. Get into the lip. So cute. Now, we can proceed into next week. Love you later, boo.